Hello, everybody. I thought I'd give a little bonus edition of the MyOpenMath tips and tricks here. And this would be to those who teach live like I do, which is pretty much all of us, right? There's a tactic you can use in your class to discuss issues with that you're seeing in the homework without really saying like, see, John over there does this all wrong all the time or something like that. So one thing that you can do, and I've just graded this problem right here. So let me click on this. Let me pause the video, make sure I don't reveal students' names. Perfect. And so what I'm going to do here is I'm going to go ahead and hide scores that are at 100%. So I'll check that there. And what I can do in classes, so you notice that these are, all the names are hidden. They're in alphabetical order, so I'm going to click on random. So now they're in a randomized order. And what I could do is talk about like common mistakes that I see. For example, in this question right here, I could say, listen, there's a lot of people had shown this issue with, not understanding that the square root of a plus or minus b is different than the square root of a plus or minus the square root of b, which is exactly the issue with what this student's doing right here. And so I could kind of draw out that these are common mistakes that I'm seeing, and I can probably scroll down and find that several times because it did actually happen several times on this homework. You can see it actually does happen right here as well. The student split this square root in the original denominator right here into the square root of x minus, in this case, they didn't write the square root of 3. But anyhow, so these are things that I could talk about. And note, I can also mention to students, like, you should probably check in the grade book and open that up so you can see my comments. I know right here it says, please see the written solution. And they do say that on a lot of them, but sometimes I'll say stuff like, listen, you're losing some points because you're not citing the squeeze theorem, that type of thing. So this is a good kind of, you could spend 5 minutes in class covering a couple questions without actually having to go through it, but just mention things like, okay, you can't split radicals like this. This is a big fat no-no. You can't do that. And so if you have 0 on that problem, it's because it's an old school skill that you should be good with at this point. Anyhow, this is just a little piece of advice for those who are using MyOpenMath. You can use the grading system to also augment discussions in class without showing students names. So you can see right here, I'm hiding their names, and also without showing those who have 100%. So this just sticks with those who are who need remediation, but you can at least kind of share with the class at that time, like, here are some common mistakes we're seeing. All right. Anyhow, have a great day. Bye-bye.